Good morning, children. How are you today, huh? The noise has miraculously stopped, which is a real treat. The road outside did need resurfacing. Really fucking did. Absolute fucking minefield. Having a fucking, like, weave and shit when I'm on my fucking scooter, because it's just... Not potholes, I mean, just works had been done over the years. It's one of those older, suburban streets that just hasn't been, like, tidied up in a while. So just little bits and fucking, places where lines have been, run under the fucking road and then not really filled in properly, so when it rains, they subside, and then you just wind up with these bits of the road that are just, like, kind of a fairly big dip. And now they're fucking doing a full, like, resurfacing. Which just meant that, like, at 6 a.m. there's just a machine rolling by my window whose job it is to rip up bitumen. It's a loud machine. Ah, fuck, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to start fucking... Where are you? Come here. Got to start the fucking goddamn front end picture thing. The machine punching the road. Tradie banter. I can't even make out what they're saying. It's just the fucking, like, almost like bird call of it. Complete road collapse sucks. That would be worse. I mean, if nothing else, and fingers fucking crossed, at least they're not doing anything deep enough to fuck with the internet lines. Like... Because that would suck. That would suck a significant quantity of chode. Alrighty. Alright, I did the pro pinballs. I kept that for some reason. Kept that. I remember that. That I remember. That I remember. Ah, yeah, the fucking Viking child. I remember keeping these because they were, like, surprisingly entertaining. I think I was up to this. Because I was like, this feels like Robotron. Oh, yeah, the concrete fucking saws, yeah. Like, again, they're not... That's the good thing about a resurfacing, is it's just... they drive a thing up and down the road, and it rips up all the old bitumen. And, then they drive another thing up and down the road that, like, fucking flattens the fucking shit a bit. And then they run the fucking, bitumen machine. How do I shoot? Why am I not shooting? How am I... Oh. I'm not allowed to fucking shoot in a direction. Fuck. Whatever. That's Team Fortress 0. Team Fortress Alpha. Is it manual? I wonder when this was made. I wonder if this is like a fucking late, like a fake retro or a real retro. You may not fire at a target that is directly next to you. Back up a square and then fire. I'll toss my salad. Brodon. 87. They're legit. Protostar. War on the Frontier. Okay. This one, because it's like, this could be like a shooter, it could be... That is fucking... Alright, well, it's not a shooter. The Skeech Empire. Something I often think about is like the alien empire could be called the Titty Bumfart Empire. Like, you know, and we'd just have to take that seriously. Like, we wouldn't be able to just go, hey, like, that's... You know, we're just not going to be able to, like, treat this with the seriousness it deserves. Alright. Oh, my ass! I'm kind of curious as to what the gameplay of this is. Like, what's the core? Is it an adventure game? Is it a, you know, Vast Nokhodian? Isn't that the tube that is in the penis? Alright, I don't think it's a point and click exactly then. I wonder if I can just type it. Yeah, I can, great. $43.36. Pool sector. Okay. Like, is it a, you know, is this, I'm called Gravy. You know, is it, like, is it space management? Am I fucking, is it a war game? Like, what are we doing here? Okay, corporations, blah, 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 blah. This is just going too long. I want to know what game this is. Okay. That's cool. Alright. It's my little... Okay. Mustache Potato Band! What can I use? Mustache Potato Band! Okay, so this is... Okay. That's all for now. Okay. This is feeling like one of those, like, super, like, serious, you know... Hello. I'd like an extra penis. Oh, I'm off. Alright. Hell yeah. Alright, that's interesting. So it wouldn't be able... That's like the fucking... Where am I going? Oh, okay, that's me steering. Oh, okay, so like... And we're off. Like, fucking... I mean, I don't know what the fuck that's doing. This is a peculiar little title. Like, I just... You know... This is one of those... Fucking... I mean, have we... I think we do still see these games, but I just don't think that they quite have that mouse fucking, I don't think they have this fucking interaction system. Although, now that I think about it, I'm struggling to think of one that has... I feel like a lot of them would have, like, more of an action-adventure, third-person or first-person sometimes. But I'm trying to think of any that, get into such detail in terms of, like, the behind-the-scenes minutia. Like, I know there was some, like, what was it, Mass Effect or something? There was some kind of, like, fucking mining or some shit you could do, I think. I don't know, I could never get into that game. I'm kind of annoyed there's no fucking manual for this. Because this game feels like it needs a manual, and I feel like I'm not gonna fucking be able to grasp. Disrupt Skeech supply lines. Alright. I mean, Disney probably won't need to genetically engineer the mascots. I think I'll keep that. Like, I don't know if it's my game exactly, but it triggered my curiosity, I mean, it's got mustache potatoes playing music. This is the prototype I wanted to play. The fragile realm of human existence. Shoot probes onto planets. I mean, I feel like Fallout 4 has elements of that with the way you're able to really sort of like go into the town building and shit. But they didn't really integrate that into the rest of the game very well. Like that should have been a way of like... It should have given you the ability to like send out teams to explore locations. Like a way that you can use your leadership skills and all your little town building and stuff, where if you build it up enough and it works enough and you defend it enough, you can actually beat the game effectively via remote. Like you'd be able to play it a little bit like a fucking whatever the shit, a thing. Because why'd that do that? Oh no, I forgot what I was saying. Something. No. I mean, I don't think any of them have gotten that detailed. I'm kind of... I feel like it's an issue of elements of them being at odds with each other. Like, I don't think you can... yeah, like, the leader doing all the grunt work. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you'd... The trouble with all that wasteland management is what it ultimately did was, like, you might be able to get, like, weapons. There were ways it could influence the primary game, but it influenced it only in as much as it sort of would give the, action-adventure RPG gameplay elements some stat buffs and some extras. Like, it wasn't really a way to beat the game. And... that was my big issue with it. It floated atop the game in a very superficial manner. feels a bit zoomed in. Oh, power up. That was a power up. Having your bullets kind of hit the power-ups is not a good way to encourage me to touch them. You know? Like, that's a little confusing, I will say that. I mean, there's no real reason it couldn't have been integrated. I mean, there's probably a way to even mod it into Fallout. Like, oh, fuck me, what the fuck? Oh, why have I got that? It's always adding up. The game's not bad. Pretty good, actually. But this habit that some of these shooters have of starting with, like, you know, just rocks and shit is just something I wish they'd knock off. Because, like, okay, so I'm using some power there, because I've hit a couple of times. Alright, so that yellow thing I think is like my overall power. That's not bad. I mean, though, again, like, don't... Starting out just me blasting rocks is such a boring foot forward to put. Like, I don't know why they'd do that. It's okay to have rocks, you know, obstructions as a fucking thing in your shooter. But, like, you know, they should be a little sprinkling of addition. It shouldn't be like, here's the game. Whew. Let's go keyboard. I don't want to fucking zooming around. Alright. I can't shoot, I don't think. Who's hitting me? Stop it. I mean, honestly, I can't be bothered fixing the fucking speed on that one. I mean, like, the thing about these kind of wackadoo combo gags is, you know, the modern era has more or less made that less of a, you know, novelty. How do I pronounce that? Because that's the problem, you know? Like, I know that, like, PRZ just sounds different. Like, it's not PRZ, as I'd understand it. The glaive from Krull? Oh. It's just Polish Command and Conquer. Hey, that's the game. Look at that. Or Torzi, start, or... I can't pronounce that. Whiskey, fucking Quijibo? I don't know. Alright, I think that's exit. Something. Oh, don't know what that did. Zorgan. Nat track. Whatever the fuck that's going on there. There's Rutger. Migraine. This is Kowalski. The guy who played the fucking assassin alien from X-Files. Heidenreich. Just a guy. I mean, I love that it's going too fast. I love, like, just tack. Okay. Okay, I think that was me selecting. Alright, okay, so here's the game. Alright. As far as I know, this is just Poland. You know? You could tell me this is Poland. Zev, I didn't stop using Twitter. My account got, like, banned, so I have a different one as Gabriel Meat. Take Heidenreich and mine Poland. Okay. What does that mean? Presbyterian Zima. Really getting the two sides of Poland today. Space mining with intense, like, quasi-mech lunatics, and this. And you know what? I like this. Because this is a side of Poland I don't get to see much of, you know? It's usually just black and white films that make me sad forever. And now I get to see, I don't know, maybe a Polish kids show? Who knows? I'm guessing someone who had an axe to grind reported me for saying that, like, there was that wealthy dipshit who, like, just said, you know, like, more people need to be fired for the economy to work. And I said people like that should live out the rest of their lives in a little box of screams. And that was deemed violent. And that's the part that bothers me. It's like, man, I have made explicitly violent, like, fucking, you know, posts. I've reminded people that, like, guillotines were a kindness. You know, the guillotine was designed to make fucking executing lots and lots of fuck knuckles smooth, you know, painless, basically. I mean, it's incredibly sharp, very fast. Probably one of the better ways to get executed. So, you know, don't break your back looking for one was my point. That didn't get me banned. Cursed Earth. Interesting. So, Poland. So, Prizgodi, Krizio, I don't know what that means. But it doesn't even work. Which, it's like, oh yeah, here's like maybe some funny fucking Poland. It doesn't work. Okay. That's probably some great big meta point there. This feels like the fucking 20 years ago version of that game we were looking at earlier. That's a bad cover. You know, like, this is a good back cover. Look at all these people funny looking people you can talk to. It's set in space. Yeah, alright, look at that. You know, that, not a good fucking front cover. That's, I don't know what that is. Welcome aboard, Captain. Your ship has been fully stocked with enough fuel, food, and supplies for your journey. Your crew is on board and have taken their positions in preparation for departure. I wish you the best of luck, and may the solar winds of Zaldar be in your favor. Okie dokie. Space stoned. Oh, alright. Acknowledge. Okay. Why does navigation look angry I'm even, like, talking to them? I just want to look at my fun little aliens. Where are my little guys? I think we're going to have a conversation with Repair about coming to work high. I don't mind what you do in your downtime, but, like, you're not allowed to be... I need you to fix stuff when it goes wrong, alright? So, you can't be... You know... You can't be sitting in there going, oh shit, I shouldn't have smoked that shit, like, when I need you to, like, repair stuff. Oh, this one has a manual. Alright. It's a text file from Home of the Underdogs. Ugh. That's one thing I liked about Krull. It was like a fantasy, planet, and then aliens invaded. And it's like, that's kind of novel. You don't, I honestly can't think of off the top of my head any other instances of that happening outside of, I don't know, maybe an anime or something. What the fuck's an Olivetti? I'm O for Olivetti. That was black and white. Fine, fuck you. I was hoping it was going to be like, I don't know, red and green like an olive, and it wasn't. I don't want to play chess. If I did, I'd just play chess. It detected my mouse. Something incredibly funny about Nacho Productions, and then our greatest creations are within our nightmares. Sure. You got any with normal faces? Any normal... Oh, Ned Flanders! Oh, fuck. God damn it, I haven't got the fucking lock on. There we are. Because, what is it? Shadowrun, where, like, basically magic came back, and it's all magic and technology. But that's all, that's cyberpunk with magic. Not magic with, like, oh yeah, here comes some fucking cunts from the future or some shit. This is like Ned Flanders lives so healthily that this is just what he'll live to see. This is our Ned Flanders. Screaming. Flanders. Script. My God. Oh yeah. Big Buff Flanders fighting mutant rats in space. An alien invasion thwarted by voodoo. C2. Okay. Oh, that was fun. I'm gonna keep this. I like the idea of Space Flanders. Huh, I wonder if this will run through DOS. Because I have a version of this elsewhere, and I know it was kind of fiddly to run, at the best of times, but here we're gonna get like, this is some fun. Ultima 1. Isn't that more of an Easter egg? Like, I'm not gonna count Easter eggs, though, because, that's more of a bit, as opposed to a cohesive, world. Because I know there are some Easter eggs like that in the OG Fallouts as well. That's fair. That's not fair. Ah. Psychic Bat. Okay. Probably have to install it, maybe. Set sound, we'll try that. Gravis. Yeah, fucking there we are. Why the fuck was it on Gravis? Fucking Gravis. I hate you, Gravis. Yeah, there we go. Majora's Mask is such a weird game. Like, cause yeah, there's just aliens in it. I think this is Frozen. That's a shame. Yeah. I mean, it may very well be. I don't know enough about Ultima. I mean, I still think that if it's just like it's a computer secret, like, it depends on when that reveal's made. Like, again, for me, it needs to be an integrated world from the start. Like, I think Easter eggs are just, automatically off the table because they're, they're intertextual. They're meant to be noticed. That's a novelty. It's not like this is what the world is. Like Krull is a fantasy world, and then aliens invade, and that's the core of the story. Is this clash of like fucking the bad guys, some weird space alien, like basically stormtroopers, and then the heroes, some guy from his planet, Alright, let's see if I can get maybe the other version of it running. I think there is a way to get that going, but now I gotta remember what the other version's like. I wonder if it's one of the fucking ones with, like... I know I've got this somewhere. Maybe it's on something else. I swear I had a different version of it. Alright, where are we? Come on, brain. I bet it's on this. There we go. Well, we'll look at the 3DO version. Because it'll be probably, at least if nothing else, a little easier to run. Fucking, yeah. Like, Nintendo were really into Twin Peaks at that point, too. Like, they tried to get in touch with Mark Frost about like, Link's Awakening, and that's insane. Like, that really happened. Mark Frost said so. And I'm trying to think, like, because it never panned out, but I'm trying to think, like, what would that have done, you know? Like, what would the influence of Mark Frost on fucking... The fuck is the audio that fucking bad? It shouldn't be doing that on this. Do I need a fix on this? Timing hacks? No. Ah, CPU overclock, that'll probably be it. Alright, let's... I have been wanting to play the Star Oceans. Oh, there we go. Alright. I am now very interested in what the fuck's going on with Psychic Detective. Because I swear to fuck I have a version of that somewhere that's playable. That is going to drive me insane. Let's see what some of these other... Okay, maybe if we install it. Alright, maybe onto something here. I vaguely remember playing... I think it might have been a PSP version or something. The combat system was weird. I remember that. Change directory to Psychic and type Psychic. Okay. Okay, Psychic, Psychic. Psychic, 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 Psychic. Okay. Let's see if I can fucking get this done. This reminds me of when you'd rent like that. You used to be able to like rent fucking, you know, what's on disc number 3? Ah, fucking nothing. Who cares? All right, so it needs to be disc 1 if I even get it running. You know, you used to be able to like rent PC CD-ROM games from like the Plains Video in Goodna, and that was great. But like sometimes they'd be scratched. You know, it's a fucking CD, and sometimes you'd rent like a game that was a multi-disc game, and one of the discs would be scratched. No psychic detective. Fine. Fine. There's got to be like a fucking port. There's got to be other ports of this. Yeah, David Lynch just being a character in the Cleveland show still breaks my brain. Like that's a struggle for me to like figure out. There's a PlayStation version of it. All right.
That's all I'm allowed to say. But perhaps you would be interested in a little...
Why is the PlayStation section fucked? All right.
That's all I'm allowed to say.
All right.
But perhaps you would be interested...
So help me God, I am gonna see what this fucking game is. If the fucking FMVs are glitching like they did in the 3DO version, I'm throwing a tantrum, and I'm leaving. Leaving tantrum.
Jesus! Jesus!
Here, we're now finally able to appreciate the... Alright. Look out, it's Eric.
That's my sister, Monica.
Cute.
Very cute, very weak and gullible.
Who's the plastic
Good to
giraffe?
know.
Maybe you can find out for me.
And him?
I don't know. My father had many students.
What's Mookie about?
Not now, you moron.
Oh, this is amazing.
Are you a friend of Karelia?
No, I came with Lena.
Idiot. The Republic of Karelia, the homeland. Little collectible.
Well, that was fun. I mean, look, you know, this is a time waste of an activity to begin with, so there's really no way to waste time within it. Oh boy. The game of Psycho. Norman's at it again! There's a strange smell in here. You know, ancient as this is, it has a chance of being actually kind of interesting. I don't think it's exactly going to do the movie, you know, justice precisely. he's an odd duck. Like that's just, you know, Lynch is weird. Like he really, really, really is just genuinely fucking weird, and not in a fucking, you know, affected way. Him not being like, you know, they Alex Hirsch tried to get him to be fucking Bill Cipher, but he turned it down. Ah, that fucking bums me out. Like, it's not doing the Cleveland show or something like that. Like, you know, it's a similar reason as to why, like, fucking, what's his name? Patrick Stewart does all of Seth MacFarlane's stuff. Is, you know, that's, funnily enough, very close to Patrick Stewart's actual sense of humor. Like, I can't remember if it was the first or second time he was on Letterman. Him and Letterman just for a big chunk of the interview talked about how much they both like Beavis and Butthead. You know? Norman, advanced, mother. Let's go. We'll go novice. Front of house. Alright, so there's no... Okay. Oop. Open. Just walking around the fucking... the stairs broke. View. I found a man's overcoat. It has large pockets. Take? Nothing you're taking. Okay. Eat, fire, dig. Dig seems like an insane thing to have. No clues found yet. Okay. Search. I found a doctor's note. Okay. Take. Alright. Read. Okay, so someone needs heart medicine. Search. Nothing's hidden here. View. Found a heavy vase filled with sand. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that. You know. Oh, please be the thing I'm thinking of. It is. Alright, we'll get to this in a second because I need to pee. Hopefully this fucking works. Alrighty. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right. God, this has some insane mouse acceleration on it.
October was cold. The sun brought light but no warmth, and an east wind chilled the countryside. I was driving along a quiet country lane. Suddenly, from a brief patch of mist, a car loomed up ahead of me, completely blocking the road. I had to stab quickly. Now my name is carved in stone. The ground is my eternal home.
Welcome to Psycho Killer. You control the action and make the decisions using the cursor keys and the fire button.
Oh,
You
okay,
move
it's
the
control.
pointer, and when the arrow pointer changes to an hourglass, the CD is busy. Please wait for the arrow to return before selecting.
No, this isn't a Sierra.
On screen,
This
you will be shown what your character can see. To turn around, select the left or right arrows in the
this
bottom
is
corner of the
a. These guys made two games. There's this, and there's another one that I can't remember. Yeah, that doesn't work. I figured it was all because I was trying to click on the foot because I figured I had to stop, but like. What are the fucking? Do I have like? Does this have controls? All right, so there's no generic keyboard. That's a worry. How did I fucking skip this last time? Oh, there we go. I don't know how I didn't see this last time. Maybe I started a different fucking command. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, so these guys made like two games. There's this, at least that I know of. There's this, and there's I can't remember what the sequel is. I think it's a detective thing. But they're insane and terrible. But in a sort of like, we made this, you know, just with me and my friends way. That, you know, it's the beauty of the genuinely awful, and not like, let's like fucking fake it, you know.
October was cold. The sun brought light but no warmth, and an east wind chilled the countryside. I was driving along a quiet country lane. Suddenly, from a brief patch of mist, a car loomed up ahead of me, completely blocking the road. I had to stab quickly.
Alright. I'm gonna have to figure out whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, that guy. That's the psycho killer. Let's see if I can find the fucking... That's right, the Commodore CD TV. I knew it was on something fucking weird. Look, everybody. The Commodore CD TV.
I walked for some time.
See if I can get running on this fucking thing. See if this will just work off the bat. Okay. What do I got? Alright. You know the funny part is, the fucking mouse feels better here than it did on the fucking DOS version. Probably, let's see, what is the automatic? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm always more interested in games like this, but again, this has that, like, this has the quality of being insane when that really fucking, you know, when the internet didn't exist, really. You know, it really meant something that someone would go to this level of effort. You know?
October was cold. October was cold. I was driving along a quiet country lane. Suddenly, from a brief patch of mist, a car loomed up ahead of me, completely blocking the road.
Did I survive that time? I don't need that.
Fire button to killer. Enter the fire button. Simply move the pointer and press to select. All done. All done.
Somehow that's worse than the DOS version.
Coming eventually to a small stream.
I will say, this is worth watching. If it decides to fucking load. Nope. Okay.
I walked for some time, coming eventually to a small stream.
Wait for it.
Sugar, it's him! Eat my Reeboks, freak face.
Sugar, it's him has been burnt into my head because of that little fucking thing.
It's him!
Sugar, it's him. And like, what looks like fucking Rick Mail's little brother, you know? Like, it's just... I've really got to get that fucking going. I don't know why that's not working properly. There's too much of that today. There's too much of stuff just not working right. I feel like I have to end my day with Psycho Pinball. Something that might be fun, you know. It does feel like an Upright Citizens Brigade sketch, actually. Hey, stuff just working. Isn't it fun? I mean, it has been fun realizing that, like, you know, Psychic Detective just also doesn't work on the 3DO for some reason. And that's weird. Like, that... like, I'll have to look that up, because something's... Okay, if you want to be weird about it. Feels like it's running a bit quick. It's not so bad. Hang on. Because your pennies have been in my ass. Those seem very far apart. Every day I stick $30 worth of pennies up my ass. What? Well, not all at once. The Australian cable channel, the Comedy Network, like fucking got a lot of decent stuff quite early. and it played the Upright Citizens Brigade sketch show, which I swear nobody else, like so few people remember, which is weird considering, you know, what, like how Upright Citizens Brigade basically became the thing. Oh, that was fun. That's a tomorrow problem. Today is done. I'm burnt out on today. Ugh. That was a lot for 3 hours of sleep, and then a road being torn up, and then 2 hours of sleep. That was just a lot. Just a lot of little things not working, and then getting close to working, and that's like, it's... Because I would like to have a decently functional version of Psychic Detective. Not the PS1 one either. Like, I know it'll work, but also, it kind of like postage stamps the video, because there's a lot of it. It's pretty much all video. That's all it is. I can't remember if it's one of the ones that has, like... I could have sworn I had it in the fucking PC section. I swear I fucking... Maybe it's under the or something. Like, I mean, it shouldn't be, but, like, I really, really, really thought that there was a fucking version of that. I suppose the thing didn't find it, did it? That's gotta drive me insane. Fuck it. I don't know. Maybe I'm having strokes. Who knows? Just stroke out and then won't have to worry about anything anymore. Ugh. Speaking of pinball, I got my little mini pin thing set up. Na, 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 na. You know, it's got like a little side buttons and shit. So that's been moderately fun. I feel better after I drink some water and have some breakfast, I think. Can you hear outside? Like, is that audible to you guys outside? Because it's quite audible to me. So that's going to fucking gauge, you know, what I got to worry about if it's, like, on tomorrow. Because if I were doing it at the normal time, it would have been fucking on in earnest. Like, nothing's registering in the headset like little, you know, sound meter, so I don't know, maybe it's not. It shouldn't be low on my end. Like, I'm, you know, getting up to yellow and red line here. Like, I don't know what the fuck it's doing if it's low on your end. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's, I just honestly don't think it's being picked up, which is impressive, so that's good. That is nice. So it'll just annoy me then. Wonderful. Now, minor intrusion. It shouldn't be going too long anyway. They've just got to relay the fucking bitumen, which I think that might be the fucking bitumen machine outside going. Because they were doing the other end of the street. I mean, just a day or so ago. I mean, it can't take too long. Like, if you've got two machines, one rips up the bitumen, one puts bitumen down. It's... Beef stroking off is that's good. That's funny. Beef stroking off. Like I do recommend it. I'm sure it'll probably be difficult to find actually, because I have found a torrent for Upright Citizens Brigade, but it's a torrent that's just 2 CDs, and all the episodes are basically like just run together because they're just ripped directly off of the CD. They're not like separated into episodes. I've been meaning to manually fucking edit them down because the sketch show is funny. Like there are some really great bits, and they kind of intersperse the sketches with these public pranks, which are usually pretty funny as well. Yeah, I can't smell bitumen. I don't know, maybe it's like a different machine. Maybe it's like a, they're kind of like evening the surface a little bit before they put the fucking bitumen over it. It'll be nice to have a road that's not like fucking off-roading though. Like the path I have to go, because it's real bad if you're on like a scooter or something that the wheels are about yay fucking big. They're not big fucking wheels in this goddamn thing. So like some of the potholes are like I feel like I'm gonna like just right over the fucking handlebars. And I have tucked and rolled through that before, but if I've got like shopping on my back or something, there go the eggs. I don't want that. Well, they start at 6 a.m. with just the noise machine. That's just to establish a baseline sound level. Ready? Run the noise machine. I don't know. I am kind of curious now because I'll check on it fucking when I finish this. All right. Where are we? Should be getting some recording done this week. Now that Amber's got a bit more time, gotta go on her fucking back. It's the 6 a.m. machine. Ding! 6 a.m. It wouldn't have been so bad, but I just had a real bad night's sleep as well. And so, like, I don't know, man. Like, it was still like 3 o'clock when I was awake, and like fucking pop it up and just like go, and just looking at the clock, and it's like it is 6:30. I'm like, that's not good. Believe it or not, an industrial machine designed to rip the fucking road up. Not exactly whisper fucking quiet. Yeah, I got forced to play Guilty Gear, one of them, like one of the older ones, XRD, I think maybe. Like, don't quote me 'cause I can't remember. I can't tell the difference between them. But like, it's been up on the fucking Patreon section, but the stupid lazy bitch hasn't put it up on the fucking main section yet or made it public yet. But that was kind of fun because like Amber's trying to actually get good, and I don't care. And so I discovered that May's stupid dolphin attacks are bullshit, and proceeded to just like almost clean sweep for the rest of the day, using nothing but May going like with the little fucking goddamn dolphin. Just, it's so wild playing a game that is just insane, and B, a character that you get used to playing grapplers in games that are sort of like meant to be played with normally functioning human brains, and not autistic computers that just run set play stunts against each other. And so, like, having a move that's just like a hit and then doesn't appear to have recovery frames that might be recognizable to the human mind, absolutely amazing. And then slowly learning that it's like, oh, there's like another one, and I can make the dolphin appear by itself. And I'm just like, I'm just like, oh, I can just do dolphin. I can just keep doing this. And like, if I so much as vaguely learn what my opponent's attack patterns are, I don't have to do anything. Here comes dolphin, here comes dolphin. And then I figured out whale, and that was pretty good. Like, I have no defense in that game because, like, I don't know what the fuck is happening at any given point. You know? And those games are, again, insane. It's just, you know, I don't know how to deal with stuff when, like, I just cannot for the life of me figure out what's safe and what isn't. You know? It's like, what's going on? Smoking crack. Costs $2,000 to get more crack. Upgrade your crack pipe. Good old opium eases the pain. All of the pain. Dolphin skeleton, that's funny. Yeah, I don't want to play any of these fucking games. I don't like air dashing, you know. I don't like having, you know, there are too many mechanics in games these days. At least in fighters. And definitely in anime fighters. Under nuts in balls. And I hate the titles. I hate this. Under night in birth. Like, what the fuck are you going on about? Like, it's not the 90s Japan. Like, you're just boring now. Alright. Fentanyl also eases the pain, but, like, permanently. No more suffering where you're going. Poor hillbillies. You know. The fentanyl is the healthcare. Alright. More of this tomorrow. What else? That's about it. Yeah, I am still on Twitter. The fucking thing should be in the link should be on the goddamn thing. I think I put the Bluetooth. I think I put the... Oh, it's fucking cold. I need to hydrate. Today's a write-off. Let's just call it that. Blue sky, that's it. I think it's in there. If it's not, who cares? I'm sure you'll figure it out. Underwear after birth. Alright. So, yeah, my Blue Sky link is on the Twitter anyway, so you'll figure it out. And we'll see you back here tomorrow, and until then, watch my show, or I'll bash you fucking kids.